Welcome back to another
exciting, adventurous,
auspicious episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting, a podcast where me, Jason,
and me, Jennifer,
have a few drinks
and talk shit about our kids.
If you would, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Guide to Poor Parenting. I'm trying to post more. I apologize if I'm not doing the best, but I'm still trying to figure out this whole social media thing. I'm not on there a lot. And
and then the
I don't know what to
podcast
post.
thing is hard too, because it seems like the only way that we can, rate or say that we like it is through Apple.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
That I guess Amazon.
Amazon, Spotify,
all those
Google
don't really
Podcasts,
seem
you
to
can't
have
rate.
anything.
Yeah.
But we really want to know, so please let us know.
Yeah, so email us or send us messages, DMs, whatever.
Please
We
and
accept,
thank
I don't know, would you accept?
Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App, Venmo, whatever.
Is that what you're going to ask?
I was going to say a dick pic, but I can't imagine it's a lot of gay guys listening to this, so it's probably...
Yeah, and that doesn't help me none, because I'm straight.
Although, if there's any moms out there and they want to send me a titty picture, go ahead, I'm gay, but I was like, I'll salute you to showing off your boobs.
There you go.
I'm always here to support single moms.
There you go.
Miss Jennifer, how's your week been?
It's been okay. My birthday's tomorrow.
Yay! 39.
42. I'm proud to be 42 because I got here. I'm not one of those women that don't accept their age, because most of the time when I tell someone I'm 42, they're like, "Really? I thought you were in your 30s." So I look that good. Yeah, I age like a fine wine.
I get people lying to me that they don't think that I look younger, but to me, I look like I'm in my mid-40s.
I don't think they're lying to me. I mean, they might be lying to
You
you.
have kind of a baby face, though.
Yeah, I look this. Well, apparently, I look the same as I did when I was in fifth grade, in kindergarten. I mean.
Oh yeah, because that lady spotted you.
Yes, at Wesley's elementary school. I took him to his first elementary school after I adopted him, and the lady was like, "Jenny," and I was like, "Oh, I do not go by Jenny. Who knows me as Jenny?" And she recognized me I was in my 30s at the time, but as from when I was in kindergarten. Like, how the fuck does that work? But apparently I look the same as I did when I was 5. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I feel like I look 40. I feel like I've always looked my age. Yeah. But I don't know.
I see you as Jason, so I don't see you as an age. I love you no matter what age you are.
I have been fighting against the wrinkles lately, though. I've been getting Botox, and not like your Botox, trying to get rid of a headache, but I'm trying to get rid of wrinkles.
How many shots do you get when you get your Botox?
I don't. Let's see. The big ones was right in between my eyebrow furrow lines, because Zane and Khalil are always asking me if I'm upset or
because you have resting upset face.
Yeah, they call it resting concerned face.
Yeah.
I don't apparently look like a bitch, but I do look like I'm deep in thought.
Very much so. And then your deep sighs don't help things.
That's true. And if not that any of you will ever meet me, probably, but I used to smoke when I was in my 18, late teens to early 20s. And I started developing breathing problems where I couldn't get a deep breath. Jennifer's just made a face because she tried her cocktail. Anyway, so I will, if I'm just sitting down sometimes, I'll take a deep breath to make sure I can still get it to the bottom of my lungs.
Yeah.
And Zane and Jennifer and Claire are you okay? Are you mad? I'm like, no, I'm just getting a deep breath, making sure I can still get it.
Because it's a sigh in essence when you do it, because it's and then I've gotten used to it now, but especially in the beginning, because I'm very I don't know what I am.
People pleaser.
Very much so, I guess. Where I'm just like, am I bothering you? Why are you sighing? Why do you why did you take a deep breath? But now I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I've been with you enough now, around you enough now, that I'm just like, fuck it. If you're mad at me, you just tell me, whatever.
And the Botox did not work on the resting concern face, because I was Thursday this week, I was leaving the bedroom and Zane was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "God damn it, I'm fine." I was hoping this goddamn Botox would get rid of it. But...
Okay, so my question was, how many shots do you get? Do you think? Is it under 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
it's my 31 is hardcore.
Oh yeah. Because it's two right up. She would have me lift up my eyebrows. I can't do it now, but she would make me wrinkle my forehead.
Okay.
And she would get like a couple inches above my eyebrows.
Right.
Maybe a couple right in the middle of my forehead. Maybe like 2 on each brow furrow.
Ooh,
so
that's close to the eye.
yeah, it stung, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. See, you make me feel like a baby and shit like that. Because my shit hurts.
Yeah, well, I think what they're trying to do, though, is hit nerves. So,
on
like,
mine?
yeah.
Or on yours?
Yours.
Oh.
I think they're trying to hit nerves on yours. That's why it probably hurts more. God. Like, with me, they're trying to deaden muscle. I think with yours, they're trying to hit nerves.
Do you ever bleed? See, I might, especially like the one right in the middle of my my forehead. Not my forehead, but like between my eyebrows. That one bleeds. So far, I've done it twice. It's bled every time. So I have to like walk out with like a little gauze and make sure I'm not like bleeding through the waiting room. Like I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it.
You have delicate thin skin.
I do. I am very delicate.
Yeah. But I'm also gonna get the laser resurfacing done sometime.
Really?
I got a price on it before the pandemic, and I was like, a little pricey at the moment. But then I got a new job a year and a half ago, and so I got
good money.
I got a 40% jump in pay,
yeah.
So I was like, I think I can afford it now. And I did a little consulting earlier this year, so I've definitely got the money set aside.
Yeah.
So I just keep like, I want to do it, but I'm also like, okay, you just got done with having your second hip replaced,
right?
Still limping. I was like, give yourself a minute. And we also like our utility room where we have the washer and dryer. We're going to get that tiled because right now it's old linoleum and gross looking, and I really want to get our gutters replaced. I'm like, and I got to give my little brothers some money for graduation because their babies are graduating.
I can't believe it. Next month. That's crazy.
I almost cried the other day though because Matthew, my little brother, my original little brother, he called and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just sitting around the house, not doing much. He's like, hey, can I come over and show you something? I was like, sure. So he showed up with his girlfriend and they were on their way to the prom.
They look so cute.
They look precious.
And you got a picture and he thought of you to come all the way over here to show off. It was adorable.
I love those little fuckers. So, but yeah. Now I'm going to tear up just talking about it.
Okay, let's not tear up yet.
No,
that's not this type of podcast. Come on now. We drink and talk shit about our kids, not cry. Come on now.
I was about to say, well, to peel back the curtain of, this is our second one today, so I've already had like one glass of wine, although it wasn't much wine. So.
I tried.
No, but it's just the bottles are very big.
Just a little bitty.
All right, so let's see. So like bad transition.
Yes, no, it's very bad transition. But this is our you get to pronounce this one. Yay!
All right, so it's a white from the Costco Advent calendar, and on par with the rest of them. It's either bad or okay.
I don't like it.
This is a bad one.
Yeah,
it's very sour.
Yeah, it's like cat pee.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Pee. like every time I take a sip, it's just my tongue comes out.
It's pretty sour. But it's from Hungary. The brand, I guess, is called Disheveled Taylor. It's a Konaglice.
That's what I would say. But I looked up the pronunciation. It kept giving me German, which it says it's from Hungary. And Hungary and German do not sound anything alike from what I've heard over years of being in Germany. So Konig means king in German. So I don't know if that's actually the way that you're supposed to say it or not, because it's a different country. So, but that's how I would say it.
It's a pretty sour.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I don't think it's my least favorite. I think that we had one before that was even.
This is my least favorite.
I just may be drunk enough that I don't care.
I also don't remember the last one we had because of the COVID. That I don't like it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I love how you blame COVID, but you've always had a bad memory as long as I've known you.
But it's worse now. You know it's worse now. I can't remember words that I used to remember. Last week. And it could be age, but I think a lot of it is that COVID. So don't make me feel bad about my memory.
I always gotta tease you a little bit. Hey, if you can't make fun of yourself, how the hell are you gonna make fun of your friends?
You don't make fun of yourself. You're making fun of me.
Yeah, whatever. No, we was talking about bad memory. We were, you, me, and Zane went to I Heart Sushi, which is a local sushi place. Well, not local, but I think there's a chain, nationwide chain, isn't
I
it?
have no idea.
Okay. Well, there's
I like it, but
yeah.
I don't know if it's a chain or not.
There's 2 locations here in Huntsville, one in Madison and then one in South Huntsville. It's called I Heart Sushi, and we went there for dinner. And I think the reason I was so tired is because I had alcohol.
Yeah.
And we were at dinner, and I was literally like just a zombie. I was like so tired. And it was at the end of the meal, and y'all were like, well, go to the bathroom if you got to pee. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? Who said anything about peeing? I was like, you just said you needed to pee. And I was like, I did?
You sure did.
And I was like, what? I don't remember saying.
It's because she asked you if you wanted more sweet tea. And you're like, no, because then I'll have to pee. Ugh. That was the whole point of that, was that you told her that. But then I think Zane thought you had to pee. When she said, do you want any more sweet tea? You're like, no, I'll have to pee. And that was what that whole thing was.
But I don't remember saying it.
Then that was funny that you didn't remember saying it. But I heard one thing, Zane heard another, which we should always go by what Zane said. But I'm pretty sure that's how it went. I think I was right on this.
Yeah. You were sitting across from me, so you probably had a better viewpoint for the auditory. But yeah, I was just like, God bless. I'm like, my memory's always been pretty bad. Yeah. Mom and I always joke about it. It was like, and Zane was like, how are you going to tell when to put me in the Alzheimer's unit? Because
we won't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess when I start losing, I'm pretty good on like putting stuff someplace and being able to find it again. Yeah. Like my spatial memory is pretty good. Mm-hmm. So I guess if I get to be like Zane's granddad and I'm buying hacksaws and then hiding them because someone's stealing them, and then you discover like 50 hacksaws.
Oh shit!
That might be time.
Yeah, that would be bad. You don't need that many hacksaws. That makes me worried for Kalia and Zane and the cats in the house.
I think I'm okay for right now.
You scare me with that. Chop up my
hacksaws.
My family. Hacksaws.
They're just little.
Well, still, you could try to chop it. I don't know.
Do you even know what a hacksaw is?
Yeah, it's a little bitty saw, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could still hack somebody up with a hacksaw, right?
Not if they're still awake.
That's a lot.
I mean, hit them over the head with something else and then chop them up. I mean, it would be a lot of. I'm not saying it's not a lot of work, but
if anything, I'm efficient, and a hacksaw is not how I go about killing people.
Okay, well, there you go. I listen to a lot of true crime shit, so, people have used hacksaws before. Probably took them a long time, but still, they have, so.
Love you, Jennifer.
I love you, too. Anyways,
after that all.
Yeah, how has your week been? Because you asked me about mine, because my birthday's tomorrow.
Good. We have me and Zane have a kind of weekly tradition where you and Wesley come over for Sunday dinner, and an EJ comes over, and I'm making my famous mushroom risotto.
Oh my God, it's my favorite.
Which I got from Chef John on YouTube. So if anybody, shout out to Chef John. I love that recipe. I've got several of his recipes that I've used.
You're making me a birthday dinner. I'm so excited. And
I made some no-knead bread. Zane just put it in the oven. You did put it in the oven, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Before we started the podcast, I was like, honey, when the thing goes off, go put it in the oven, put a 30-minute timer. He's like, on my phone or on Alexa? I was like, on your phone. I don't want Alexa going off while we're
We already have enough noises going around.
That's true. We're just trying to keep the cats from, the big fat cat from murdering the kitten.
Yeah, I have the squirt gun, so we're good. I'm going to get the spray bottle. I'm going to get it. I'm watching. And Milo is so funny because Buddy is in the same room as Milo. Milo is out. He's done. Eyes closed, not giving a care in the world. And Buddy's just sitting there with his tail flicking. And I'm like, he finna get him.
Is Milo is he under my couch?
No, he's right next to you on the floor. Like, not underneath the couch, but like...
Oh, let's be baby.
Like, so cute. But I'm ready. I'm ready to grab the spray bottle to get him.
Buddy woke me up this morning because, like, Milo will sleep right in between Zane and I's pillows. Or sometimes. It's really cute.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning to Buddy whacking him.
Oh, no.
But I shoot him off and then went right back to bed. But I think Milo woke up Zane because he crawled up onto the headboard above Zane's head.
Aw.
But these poor kitties, they're
so cute.
Tormented.
Okay.
Okay, what the hell
What
are we
are we
talking
talking about?
We're talking about stealing.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
I got a lot of that.
Yeah. All right, so before we start complaining about our kids, in a past podcast, you've talked about stealing from your dad. Did you ever steal from your mom?
No.
No.
No. I didn't really like my father that much, so I didn't feel like it was bad that I
Yeah.
stole from him.
Yeah, it's a moral justification.
In my head, yeah. Because the thing is that I knew I could get away with it because he was drunk all the time. So it was, oh, you smoked that pack of cigarettes.
Yeah,
it was
Dad.
easy to, justify my action. My mom, I don't think I ever stole from her. I mean, my mom is my world. I am a true mama's girl, like through and through. And so I don't think I ever stole from her. And if I did, I apologize, but I can't remember. It would be something small.
Yeah.
And probably like when I was a kid, around that, 5-year mark where I was, beating people up. Could be when I don't think I ever stole from her though, for real. I remember once when I was little, like 5 years old-ish, I stole something from the store and Mama made me take it back. So I knew not to steal from stores.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever stole from her, but I stole from my father all the time. And I didn't really think about it as stealing. It was more of a, yeah, I took it. I took your change. I took your cigarettes. What are you going to do? You're drunk.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, I don't think I've ever stole from my mom. I can ask her. I'll let you know next podcast, but
I'm just wondering.
I think I respected my mom, so I would not steal from her. I'm that person.
Yeah.
I didn't respect my father, so that was easy.
For some reason, I never stole from my aunt and uncle. That's a lie. I'm going to take that back. I stole from
That was a quick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I never stole them. Like, yes, I did. I stole cigarettes from them. I unfortunately, towards like the end of high school, I would steal from my parents. Like, my parents were both engineers, so like we grew up kind of upper middle class, and they got me kind of a not a clunker, but like a good used car, and they gave me a gas card, and I kind of abused it. I would buy gas for other people.
Oh, wow.
Shit. So like I would ram a big
Would
bill.
they pay you and you would keep the money?
Mm-mm.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, here, I'll just fill you up.
Well, I mean, I guess technically that's not because you're
not
keeping the
no,
money.
No, that wasn't the problem.
Oh.
When I started doing that and I ran a big bill, they took it back, the card back, and I would they had duplicate. They had their own version of the gas card. Mm-hmm. So Mom took it back and put my gas card in front of her gas card in the wallet, and Mom and Dad never really paid it. Didn't pay attention to a lot. And I would don't give me a dirty look, honey. I would, if I was desperate, I would go and I would take my card. Because it was the same card right in front.
Names, yeah.
And she wasn't paying attention, so I would take it and then put it back.
Bad Jason.
Yeah, and I would steal, we had rolled up pennies, the penny rolls.
Yeah.
We would steal those, and what else? And yeah, Jennifer just sprayed the cat to keep Buddy away from Milo. What else? I'm trying to think. I stole my aunt was a smoker the entire time I knew her, and I remember Kyle opened up a pack of cigarettes and stole individual cigarettes, and she was like, yeah, she would tell my mom, she's like, oh, if you'd stolen a pack, I never would have even noticed, so I'd steal packs.
Oh, okay.
But, as a 17-year-old, I would do that, so,
right.
But I only did that a few times.
I got you.
And frankly, she probably wouldn't have even complained if I had just asked, but...
Right, but she didn't want to ask at 17.
But I do remember Kyle, Mom, and my Aunt Nelda walked in on him going through her purse, and he was like, oh, I was just checking to see if I'd given you that 20 back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, yeah, Kyle was the thief. He stole from me. He stole from Mom and Dad. He stole $10,000 one time.
Oh, shit. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and then another 5,000 later. Remember, she kept the cash.
Oh, yeah. She had...
cash.
Yeah, she had gotten cash out to pay for a roofing repair. Uh-huh. And gotten out too much, so she had, I think it was only about $2,000 actually, but she had an envelope in her, she has a freestanding 3 or 4 foot tall jewelry box, And she had her like a envelope of cash kind of tucked in the back, and she didn't think Kyle knew about it. And she would every now and then go in herself and go get it, but he'd been taking out 20s.
Oh,
And
wow.
she went in there one time, and all the money was gone.
Oh,
She's
shit.
like, oop. So
And that is why I don't have that much cash on me.
yeah,
I don't want that to happen.
yep.
Because my son is...
Yep. Well, I'm not like my granddaughter's not a stealer too. And I've warned Zane about this. I was like, when Kalia hits high school, she's gonna steal from us.
Yeah.
I think we just need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, my son just started early. You know.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, our son, he stole from Khalid
Oh.
And EJ,
and EJ.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Yep. Both had.
Which is
That one.
so funny that I was never ever going to say anything ever. I was just gonna be like, you know what? That's my bad. I left my purse out. Whatever. And then EJ said it, and I was like, you know what? I'll just say it.
I mean,
Yeah. I'm not mad. It happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I felt like it was more my bad than anything. I think EJ was the same way. It was like, oh, yep, I left it there, so my bad, you know?
Yeah.
And then, which makes that fact that Wesley stole your beanie a little bit less of a ooh in the heart
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know? Because he did. He took it to school, and you got it back, so that's good. It wasn't money.
No, I
So,
didn't.
I mean, that's somewhat.
I never got the beanie back.
You didn't get the beanie back?
No,
I thought you got the beanie back.
it's at your house.
I don't know where it's at, but I don't have it back.
I'm pretty. I could have sworn we brought it back here.
Well, if you did, I don't remember anyone
think-
showing
I think,
us.
I think you said you left it at the house, and you left it at the door, so you forgot to.
No.
Either way. Anyway,
Anyway.
I don't.
I'm so
we'll-
sorry. We'll figure that one out. But
I mean, it's summer. It's not like we're gonna be wearing it anytime soon. So
right, but he needs to give
Yeah.
it to you. But I'm
we'll check it later. It's not a big deal.
okay. My
Yeah.
bad. But anyways, you know that made me feel a little bit like
Yeah.
okay, that was just now.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can't say what it's going to be later on, but you know.
when you and EJ told me about Justin stealing, I was just like, but it was also like 3 years ago, probably. No, I'm okay. Jennifer just got up to get more wine.
I did not like the white one. I'm getting red.
She's getting our boxed favorite. But yeah, I felt pretty guilty about that happening, but at the same time, it was like, it was so long ago that I didn't know how to, I was like, well, I don't know what to do. There's not much I can do at this point. And I think if you had told me right then, I probably would have refunded you your money back, or EJ same. But
Well, and I think that's why we did because
I know.
we knew it wasn't your fault, and we love you.
well, I know, but
And
it's still my responsibility.
It was more of a okay, don't leave your bag in the kitchen while you're outside, kind of thing. That's all it was. I mean,
Was it right when we moved here?
You know,
Okay.
you cannot ask
Okay.
me when it was because my memory is horrible.
Just trying to think. It's embarrassing though. Although I'm still wondering if it was him or if it was, because he's got at least one friend that was pretty bad. He was a drug dealer, and it could have easily been Drew.
I'm pretty sure.
Justin. Okay.
I'm not being mean, but
No, it's all right.
I know when the boys are here.
Yeah.
And the friends are here, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think all this stuff, Cleus. I know she stole my heart pressure medication, her blood pressure machine.
Yeah,
it
not the
was-
medication.
Yeah, no.
She's not taking medication that she's not supposed to.
Thank God. But yeah, I had a blood pressure cuff and machine in our bedroom, and I went to go look for it one day, and I couldn't. Well, no, I don't think I went to look for it. I mean,
No, it was after we did the podcast. You said it in the last podcast. It was.
Yeah,
they
I was
left them
putting
in the room.
Well, I went to go put something in Kalia's room, and I noticed my cuff,
Right.
and I was like, well, fuck. So I still got to go dig through her stuff. Trying to think what else. I know.
Makeup.
Yeah, she stole the makeup. Trying to think what else.
Between her and him, we found the trivets in the couch.
I think that was the
That was
Ayana.
Think so? Because
Yeah.
you blamed Wesley
Oh,
on the night of.
the scissors.
Scissors. Oh yeah, she has stolen. She's taken so many sets of scissors in her bedroom,
That's weird.
and oh my god, I don't know about if Wesley does this, but like every few weeks, I have to dump out Kalia's backpack of pencils because Kalia will just take handfuls of pencils from school. Because they like Huntsville schools.
Elementary.
Well, I was just going to, in general, Huntsville City
Oh.
schools in general. I think they must be getting funding for school supplies because we don't like when we were at Sunny Hereford, they didn't have to, like you could buy supplies, but they had plenty.
Right, but
And-
we bought supplies for Blossomwood.
Yeah, but they still have more than it seems to be accounted for. So I think a lot of the local defense contractors are providing school supplies.
Oh, okay.
But like Kalia's backpack is usually like a hoarder's paradise of pencils.
Oh.
So she'll take 3 or 4 pencils and just drop them in her backpack. So like by the end of the semester, I have to just dump them out.
Oh, I don't have that with Wesley.
Oh my god!
I have candy wrappers.
I have.
Wesley.
Last time I cleaned out her backpack was probably over 200 pencils and
Oh, damn.
3 pairs of scissors.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What does she need scissors?
I don't fucking know what she does with them, but she just takes them, and I'm just like, God damn, girl.
Klepto scissors.
And I keep telling her, like, stop bringing this shit home.
Right.
You don't use it.
Right.
And I'm just like, I hate to say it, like I'm kind of a thief too, because I'll like throw all her crap away without telling her. So technically,
Well,
I'm
but
stealing.
I mean, you're.
I'm dad, so
Yeah,
that makes it
you're-
better.
Well, and no, I'm like, you're not even really thieving. You're throwing away. So it's.
Well,
You're not even keeping it. You're just throwing
I'm
it
still
away.
taking it though, without permission.
That's true.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else.
So with Wesley was the catnip that he took to school.
Oh, that was the first. That was when he was 8 too.
Yeah, that's when I first got him, and he thought it was marijuana. I got sent to the principal's office for that, and I was like, it's catnip, because I know I ain't got weed at the house. And then it's little things. So I feel like a warden sometimes, because every morning I check his clothes. I have to put my hands in his pocket, and I make sure that he's not got anything, because he has a tendency to take things that are not his.
And the candy
then-
wrappers and the
And then
pillowcases.
there's lots of things that he likes to do. And then recently, it was his big brother from Big Brothers Big Sisters said, he sent me, God, it was the longest text message I've ever gotten. And it was like multiple bubbles. And it was, hey, we got to talk about Wesley. He stole over $100 from my wallet. Like, oh, fuck. And then also Wesley has got a phone that he somehow acquired, and I don't know where he acquired it from, that he was trying to get fixed so that he could have it as a cell phone for himself, and he had over $100 at that time. So it just so it coincided with the teacher saying that he had your beanie.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, we're going to... No, it was a watch. Sorry, a red watch. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check his pockets. Because I had stopped for a little bit of checking his pockets before he left the house and came home. So I get his jacket, and he's trying his damned not let me get his jacket. And I flip it up, and then out of the pocket rain all this cash. It's over $200. And I'm like, where in the world did you get all this money? Birthday, Christmas? No, motherfucker. $30 is like Christmas, birthday. That's it. You didn't get that much cash for your birthday and Christmas because you decided you wanted clothes instead of a birthday party. So I know Oma gave you 20, and then some other people gave you some cash. So you should just have like $30. That's it. And then he had $100 bill, which was like, oh shit.
That's Ryan's.
That's not a normal
Yeah.
5th grader at school. So he tells me that he got it from a kid at school that gives him money to go buy stuff, and that Wesley's supposed to bring him the stuff, but then Wesley never does. He just keeps the money. So theft.
Because that's better, apparently.
Yeah. And I was like, where'd you get the $100 bill from? And he's like, oh, a kid from school. And I'm like, okay, you're lying. So I didn't really press the issue because Ryan, the big brother, Ryan, wanted to have his own conversation with Wesley about it. And so when he was done, Ryan was like, he didn't really fess up, but I gave him the money and I showed Wesley, here is your money. I just gave Ryan the money in front of Wesley. I was like, you have no more money because you are stealing. The kid from school you're stealing from. You might have taken money out of my wallet because I have such a horrible memory that I don't remember how much cash I have because I try not to have cash anyways, but sometimes you just have cash. And, he was like, I got some from Justin. I got some from Justin's friends. I will go ask them. No, I didn't get none from them. I got them from kids at school. I was like, look, I will go to school and I will ask every single kid in your class if they gave you money. No, Mama, don't do that. Don't do that. I will do that. Do not come home with any cash. The only thing that you can take from your friends at school is like a snack and maybe like a sip of drink. But do not come home with shit that is not yours.
That's one thing we had a problem with for a couple of years with Kalia. She would come home with crap all the time, like the poppets and toys and shit. I'm like, where'd you get this? Oh, my friend said I could borrow it. And I'm like, stop. And I'm like, do not bring this home.
Yeah, because you don't understand the words that the kid's saying.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to say you stole from them.
Yep.
Even if they gave it to you, you stole it because you never gave it back to them.
Yep.
Give it back. Don't take anything. I will so show up in your classroom and be like, look here. Who gave Wesley $5? Who gave Wesley these ones? I am not ashamed to do that. I will embarrass the fuck out of you to stop you from taking people's money.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever giving any money to kids at school.
I remember...
or even taking. Like, I would never take because I don't want you to accuse me of stealing. But Wesley has no thought of that in his mind whatsoever.
Yep.
Oh, it's just so frustrating. So, yeah, I have all his money.
I was about to say, is anything left?
Well, I mean, all of it's right here. Okay. I mean,
But how much did you give back to Ryan? It was like $120?
It was $112 because he got a 10 from his friend. And he said it was $112, so I gave him $112. I believed Ryan as to how much Wesley stole.
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Here's your money back," because I don't know. I mean, I have to trust someone in this whole thing, and he's the big brother, so I don't think he would lie to me about it.
Yeah,
so.
why would he lie about that?
Yeah.
I told my mom about the stealing situation. She's like, "Oh, is Wesley gonna lose his big brother now?" I think so, but I don't know. So, speaking of big brothers, I remember my little brother John, Matt's twin, came to live with us for a little while, and I mean, it was like he didn't take anything huge, but
your headphones were pretty huge.
I had no proof that he did it though. Like, I don't know that he has them still, but like he drank all our White Claw. Someone had left some White Claw and he drank it all because none of us were gonna drink it because we thought it was crap.
Right.
But he drank it all, and then I remember I couldn't find. I had just bought some Samsung earbuds for my Android, my Galaxy phone, and I was like, because it had a find my earbuds feature, and I was like, oh, perfect, I can find, because I lose earbuds constantly,
right?
And I couldn't find them, and I was like, oh, let me see if I can find them, and then it all of a sudden connected, and I'm like, John, have you seen my earbuds? He's like, oh, I just found them on the couch here. I'm like, huh, okay. And then after he moved out, I couldn't find them again, but frankly, I could see him just like accidentally throwing them away because he just didn't give a shit. Because he, like, when he moved out, his mom made him clean his room, and like he had taken Zane's protein shaker.
Oh yeah.
And had just thrown it away. Had left protein, like milk contaminated protein shake in the shaker, and had dried and crusted, and he just threw it away. Yeah. And we were like, we'd like that back, please.
And then all the junk food underneath his bed that he left, and
I mean, it was like when we peeled back the comforter, like apparently he'd just been eating in bed and just like rolling around in crumbs. And I was like, that is disgusting. Yeah,
but it's a teenager too. Yeah. So.
Jennifer, I want to pause you for Zane. Just take the lid off and put 15 more minutes on. So I'm making some homemade no-knead bread from the New York Times.
For my birthday dinner. Yay! I'm so excited.
I will say, I love that recipe. That is probably one of my favorite recipes. Yeah. And we tried a variation recently with cheese, grated cheese.
Like
I didn't like it either. Yeah. But
you said you were going to pause. Did you pause?
That was it. That was just to let Zane know.
Okay. No pause. We're just going to talk through it.
I'm just, when they get older, like...
I'm so scared because he's 12.
Yeah.
And he's done all this shit already. Fuck. So my room is locked.
Yeah.
I lock all my shit in my room. And it's the worst thing ever to know that you have to lock your shit away from your kid because he's a stealer.
Well, I mean, Gwen, like, my little brother's mom, like, she had inherited some handguns from her father when he died. Oh. And she was like, she just hid them away. The boys found them, and Matt shot himself in the hand with a handgun.
Ugh.
Because they would just go through her shit all the time, and you might want to invest in a safe,
Yeah.
like what we have, and just like put stuff away. So, because if Matt's an indication of what a little boy can do with
Yeah.
ADHD,
You're gonna have to hide this to your car.
Yep.
Oh, we had to hide the liquor from Justin and his
oh
friends.
Jesus Christ! I still remember. I had just bought a $70 bottle of Gentleman Jack. Come home and a quarter of it's gone because he had shared it with his friends.
And they just left it in the cups,
Yep.
all throughout the house.
Oh, kids. If anyone's listening and they don't have kids, think long and hard about
Before
it.
you have them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the good ones.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't know what a good one is, to be honest.
I would say Zane was probably a good kid. He was an obedient child. I mean, he fought with his sister.
Right. I was going to say if he was by himself without Shayna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he would argue with his sister, but apparently he was a very obedient child from there. I'm still amazed about the whole prom story, which we'll tell in a different podcast. But even they will leave you feeling sucked dry. So
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I send you that? There was a TikTok I sent to Jennifer recently. It was like I don't know, maybe it was some medical drama TV show. And it was like somebody asked this kind of short, thicker black woman, it's like, what's parenthood like? She's like, well, there's a spider that lays 1,000 eggs at a time in a pouch. And when they've all hatched, she'll shake her web to draw them to her. And all of the 1,000 babies will latch onto her, inject her with poison, and liquefy her innards, and then drink her up. That's what having children is like. I was like, yeah, that's pretty close.
I mean, yes.
They just suck you dry of everything.
They do. It's the craziest thing. And like the other day we were at work, we had a workshop, which was not fun. I will be honest. And they're like, what's your biggest fear? I was like, I'm going to fuck up my son. I have technically 8 more years because he's a little, with his birthday being in February, he's going to be 19, 20 before he graduates, whatever. And I'm just like, I'm going to fuck him. That's my...
I think if there's any fucking up to do, he's already there.
It's all him.
It's just that's the thing. It's like he's only 12 and he's already been through so much shit, and he's already been through so much shit with me for 4 years. It's like, how am I gonna handle the next?
I will say though, having seen variations with my brother and Matthew, you're gonna be fine.
I hope so.
You're gonna have the next probably 4 years are gonna be hell.
Yeah.
Junior high till probably about sophomore year. Be prepared.
Roller coaster.
You will probably go completely gray by the time he's a junior.
We're
But
halfway there now, so it's okay.
But once they're past that, even with Gwen, the boys are 18 now. Frustration. But it's the heat is gone.
Yeah.
And it's just getting better as they age.
I hope so. I told people at work, I was like, when he's 23, he'll like me again. So I got 11 years to deal with, because he is a handful.
Yeah. But he loves you.
And I love him. I might not like him all the time, but I love him all the time. And I tell him that. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Dude, I really don't like you right now, because you're getting on my nerves. You are being mean. Stop being an asshole and try to be a little more mature. Because unfortunately, he is a lower IQ. He is ADHD. He is a kid from foster care. So he's kind of sometimes at a 5-year-old level instead of a 12-year-old level. Mm-hmm. And I have to remember that. But I'm also, on the other hand, I'm like, look, suck it up, Buttercup. Let's go. You can be a little bit nicer. I've been nice to you all day. Why are you being mean to me? I don't know. Well, then stop.
So he's not getting his way.
Well, you can't always get way. And that's a huge life lesson. Yeah. You cannot always get your way.
Once he's paying his own bills and he's...
Well, yeah, but that's a long time from now because he's 12.
I realize that, but once he's out of your house and I've told Matt and John this before, and anybody, and I think it's a truism I feel holds true. It's be careful what you do to your parents, because the same thing will happen to you when you have kids of your own.
Well, yeah, I hope it triples on him, because he is an asshole sometimes.
Yeah.
I love him, but damn.
Well, it sounds like he's gonna be like Nick Cannon with 50 kids from 10 different baby mamas.
I hope he does not.
Go get him a vasectomy at 18.
Can I?
No, go to India and get that.
That's right. Yeah. Oh.
Well, that's...
Boy, birth control. I need it.
Yes.
Gosh.
All right. Well, this is, I feel like, a good transition spot.
Is it?
Because we're running out of time. So we're just
okay.
going to stop there. So, for all 4 of our listeners, if you have any funny stories about your kids,
or if you need some bad parenting advice,
email us at guidetopoorparenting@gmail.com. Let us know. We're always looking for feedback.
Yes, please try to give us something because we really want to know what you guys are thinking about because we have not gotten anything yet.
And so we're doing our best. We hope you enjoy it.
I hope so.
Last time I don't know. Last time I checked.
It's hard to check and figure out who's listening and where they're listening from and all that stuff.
I think part of it too is that we don't do it like on a weekly basis and post.
Yeah.
Because we tend to to peel back the curtain to our listeners. Like we tend to bank the season first and then release just because we're busy parents and it's hard. So and it's hard to get other busy parents to come over and drink with us,
and talk with us. Yeah,
we would eventually like to get to the point where we could maybe do Zoom calls with people and have
that'd be fun.
But that's even I'd have to buy more equipment, and it's if we don't have a listenership, is it really worth it? So
that's true.
We're trying to build our listenership. We're hoping we've got plans, but we need to get our numbers up. So help us out if you can.
Please do.
All right.
All right, snack time?
What
are we eating, Jason?
Well, a few weeks ago, it was Easter, and we were walking around. I was walking around Target, I think, and I was like, oh, I know Jennifer likes Ferrero Rocher and the Reese's Easter egg cups. So I got both. So we did, I don't know which one will air first, but we did the Ferrero Rocher. So now we're doing the Reese's Pieces Easter egg.
Yes, thank you.
They're delicious.
You love me.
I do.
You really love me.
So, all right, Miss Jennifer, you got a good story time for us? I know this one, so I know it's good.
Oh my gosh. So, me and Wesley, we have actions and consequences. You do a certain action, you get a certain consequence. And it went to, at the end it was fighting in school, getting kicked out of school, or getting kicked out of after you would get your head shaved.
So Wesley, just to preface this, Wesley was very
very vain.
Image conscious.
Yes, he's very vain about his hair.
And he
grew it really, really well.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know if there's any white people listeners. Black folks don't grow their hair as fast as white folks do, so
so curly.
Takes you a while to get to where Wesley was. Well, Wesley decided to have a fight with a girl, so
threw her over a bench or threw her over a desk, I think.
The story from the vice principal was he took her something out of her pocket and he was trying to give it back to her and she pushed him, so he pushed her and punched her. That's what the vice principal said. But the other day we were at the barber shop and Wesley was bragging to the barber that he threw her onto the table, which is what exactly that Kalia has said. So he punched, threw on a table, her braids went everywhere, to what he said to the barber, and so in essence he hurt a girl. That was the whole thing about the last episode about girls and boys. Mm-hmm. She's kind of started it, and he finished in a way. So he got in a fight, which was a consequence, and he got kicked out of school, so out of school suspension for 2 days. So what did Mama have to do? Mama had to cut his hair. Mama didn't want to cut his hair. I thought this was going to be the stopping of any bad incident that he would do because I knew how much he loved his hair. But he did it. So I had to follow through, which broke my heart. And I really didn't want to do. And he was threatening to run away from the house. And so the same day that it happened, I had to come to Jason's house. And I was like, Jason, I'm sorry you're at dinner, but I got to come and shave my son's head because you have the clippers and I do not. So you guys were eating dinner. I took Wesley to the bathroom because I figured small space, he wouldn't fight so much. Ended up tearing down the shower curtain and leaving bruises on my arms trying to stop me from shaving his head. And because he moved around so much, he looked like he had mange when I was done with him. It was horrible. And I hated it. And I had a guard on, but because of the way that he was fighting me, and when I got him, it went pretty much bald. Like, just a little bit of hair, but not a lot at all. Like, I just kind of wanted to give him a little trim, but that didn't work out. So, when I got done with him, he was, of course, crying because he's very
embarrassed.
And I mean, he's very vain. He is all about appearance. And so I asked Zane after dinner to kind of clean him up because he looked a hot mess after I was done with
A little patchy.
my first time ever cutting hair, and with someone fighting me constantly throughout the whole thing, you can't cut someone's hair like that. And then, of course, he tried to blame me for that shit. He was like, you could have told me you had a guard on. Motherfucker, I did. I had a guard on, but you had to fight me. Like, I have the bruises to prove to you that you were fighting me in that. Zane cleaned him up as best as he could in the dark, at night, outside. And then the next day, Pops, my stepdad, kind of got the rest of it squared up. But I never want to do that again. That was not fun. I did not like that at all. It hurt my heart. And he, of course, cried many times. And he did not like it either. But then when we went to the barber, he was bragging, Mama's not going to do that again. So I'm like, Mama might do that again, because you can't go bragging to the barber that you hurt a girl. And the only punishment was that you got, that you lost your hair, but then now you're getting trimmed up and you're going to brag about it. So I'm very conflicted right now of
how to handle it.
Yeah, very much.
Well, I was about to say, I would say, unless it happens relatively soon, within a year or two, you won't be able to do it again.
Right, but I can take his clothes away.
Yeah.
And I think he really, even though the other day he was like, oh, I can make anything drip, or whatever the fuck he says. I think I can still threaten him with his clothes not to be bad.
Yeah.
Because, before I cut his hair, he was threatening to hurt the girl, like, hardcore, and, like, to run away. And, like, it was really bad, that to the point where I was like, I offered to take you to a barber, but because of what you're saying right now, we're going to go to Jason's same day. Because you were being mean and saying you're going to run away and all this shit. We already talked about this.
Yeah.
We're not running away. I locked you out the house, and you were like, Mama, let me back in. We're not running away, but he was ready to. So, he's so... even though he's not my blood, he is so me in some aspects, like the stubbornness, that it's really me fighting myself sometimes with this boy. And I know we're not blood, and he's not really mine, but he's mine. He is my son, through and through.
He didn't come out your coochie, but he came out your...
not.
He's attached to the heart.
But he is attached to the heart. And he knows how to push the buttons, and he knows what ones to push to really get the most reaction out of me. Yeah. Well, so that's my story.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hard, guys. Oh.
I would to add on to that one, a few days after it happened and Pops had cleaned him up, he was mocking Kalia. Kalia was like pretending to cry because I told her to do something, and Wesley was like, ha ha. He was like kind of mocking her, and I was like, yeah, Kalia, you sound like Wesley did when he was getting his head shaved.
Oh gosh.
And he's like, that's not funny. I was like, I'm not laughing, little man. I was like, I can cut deeper than you know.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I was, so. These kids.
He is so headstrong and all about appearance. Like, school is not for school. It's to show off his drip.
Yep.
Quote unquote.
If you win the lottery, I would probably recommend get him homeschooled.
Oh my God, he would so be cool.
Yeah,
and just have one-on-one and get him back up to where he's supposed to be. That's it.
Out of the, just get you graduated.
Yes.
Here's a private tutor. We're going to get you through this.
Yes.
Because this shit's ridiculous.
But unfortunately, I do not have that money.
Yes,
so.
this is true. All right. Well,
All right.
thanks for all 4 of our listeners to listening
Mom.
to another episode of A Guide to Poor Parenting.
If you like our podcast, please give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on.
And if you don't like our podcast, just like when I tell our kids that...
He's got to think of something because he didn't write it down.
Oh, let's see. Okay, just like we tell our kids that we're going to have to shave your head because we promised.
Tough shit.
That's right, motherfucker.
That was hard. Oh, my God.
Bye, everyone.